Welcome back to Ozarks Live. She is here once again showing us the bounty that is everywhere around us. Rachel West with Eating the Ozarks. How are ya?
Good.
Yeah.
Been hanging out in the forest.
At the forest? You said you went down to the river today.
Yes. Okay, so I was checking some oyster logs, and I have 2 plants to show you here side by side. Well, I mean, I have 4, but first up, Solomon seal. So, Tom, and then Joy, you take this one. So can you see the way that the flowers are kind of, or the will-be flowers are pluming right here underneath that plant?
See that?
Right here. See
and then this one here will have a flower plume that comes right out the top.
Right there.
And so that is how you can tell the difference between true Solomon seal and false Solomon seal. They're about to go into flower. So as you can see, I dug up the whole root here, at least on this one. This one snapped off on me under a rock. But my intention is to be able to replant these. Now is not the time to be able to dig the roots, but it is the best time to be able to ID them. So if you have any kind of river bottom land, I bet you I have 5,000 of these down my back steps on either side, like a jungle.
What do you do with them?
It begs the question, now
what do you think? I eat it.
Yeah.
So the root here is about double the size. So all of this energy that's right here above ground goes back down into the root in the fall. And so that root will be about the size of a carrot. And that's when you want to dig it, is in the fall or the spring. Both are edible. The natives would use it like a potato or a flower. But you can also just, the true Solomon seal, the one with the flowers that plume under the leaves, and you can see the leaves will always alternate down that stem and kind of zigzag.
Oh, yeah.
And if you notice, the stems don't split. There is a bellflower and a few other, like lily of the valley, that will look similar, but their leaves will split and their flowers are very, very different.
Okay.
So this time of year, you really can't mistake the plume on the top or underneath, and then the way that it hasn't split before it went into flower.
So what you really
want, it's a good time to know,
is to plant this, and the root is what you're wanting.
You can start them from seed or even the rhizome. A lot of times they're available at garden stores for shady garden areas. Again, both are usable as food, but this one is more medicinal. So if I had an external wound on the outside or a big bruise and I was in the field, I could just snap off that root and put it in a poultice and put it on my arm, and it would help with the swelling and the inflammation. And so it's definitely a good plant to know.
You do anything with the leaves here?
No, not really. No.
Okay, no salad.
No salad with the leaves. You can use the ginger here. So ginger's got these heart-shaped leaves. It's also got a rhizome. And the rhizome actually, this is very, very small, but go ahead and give that a smell.
This is ginger like we know ginger?
It is a different ginger.
It is a different kind.
It's a different variety. This is found here in our understory. Keep him there. We found a bug on the counter because of me. You can use the leaves, though. They have a ginger-like smell and flavor in ice creams or tea.
Really?
And then also the root. If you go digging around in anything that you usually find in the forest, say sassafras or even wild ginger, there'll be some toxicity warnings. When you actually go to convert those, you don't want to put anything that has a toxicity warning in an alcohol or vinegar because it'll be a stronger extraction. Think a tincture. So in a tea is fine, in soups it's fine. The amount for ginger would have been like 4.5 pounds a day for months and months to get up to the amount that they were feeding rats. Can you imagine me eating pounds of this in a day? Would be almost impossible to dig, much less to consume. So for my students, I say if you're adding it in a flavor in a soup or something, you're not going to get up to that. Especially
See, but when you talk about those kind of indications and warnings and toxic, it's all well and good to say that. Is there a reference that people can go to?
Sure, you can go to PubMed, which is the NHIB database for doctors and researchers, and you can look at the different medical studies, as well as looking up. Spinach has the same chemical compound as the wild ginger and has a mild toxicity, just like the leaves of a tomato plant can make you nauseous. It's just all about learning and knowing what you're supposed to eat.
Now, what is this last one here?
Last one, okay, so all of these, though, the reason I brought these were all literally in the same little clump in an understory. So all of these plants I was on the same kneel down to harvest. This one is called Trillium, and it is also known as Wake Robin.
Okay, I've heard of it.
It takes 5 to 7 years for this plant to come up to flower. So if it had not been for seeing this in great abundance and for the act of education, I would not have harvested this plant. However, the leaves, this is probably the best looking one, so I'll let you guys split it. But the leaves of this plant, I tell my students to only take one at a time when they're in the forest so that it can continue to go to seed. Taste like cucumbery, spinach. It's not a bad.
Amazing.
And so it's one of those that I like to toss into salads because it's so light.
Oh,
Right.
Trillium.
Eating
Yeah.
the Ozarks.
Yeah.
Eating the Ozarks.
All right. Rachel
That's what
West,
we're doing.
Thank you. We
Thanks,
always
Rachel.
do.
Thank you.
Be right back. Okay.